What's going on, family? This is episode 82 of the Pharaohs podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. What's Good himself, Israel.
What's good?
What's good? What's going on with you, bro? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling pretty decent. It's Monday.
Yeah, it's a Monday. We getting the week started. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. But we gonna start things off with, how was the weekend?
Man, it was pretty good. Uh, let's see. I got off work sometime Saturday morning. I was working nights all last week. I don't know. Apparently, my job be flopping people. One week they'll work days, another week they'll work nights. So last week I was on nights and kind of sort of had the day free per se, but yeah, got off Saturday morning, took a ride to Bucky's, and then after that, took a flight to Chicago, went to a ball with my little lady friend. I went to the Eastern Star Ball they had up there, and that was pretty good. Good vibes, positive energy. And then took the quick flight back to Atlanta Sunday morning, 9 a.m. I went to an early breakfast, brunches, and chill and nap and lazy Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah.
how was your weekend?
It was pretty peaceful. I've been chilling really. I was working, then I slept one of these days this weekend. I was tired. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been doing so much working, catching up on stuff. So I'm like, I need a day. So I took a day to get some sleep. I was supposed to be at the ball too, but things came up and I couldn't.
Yeah, some of them flights wasn't working the way it needed to. Like for a minute, I was like, it's just not meant for me to be up there. I was trying to get up there the anniversary. Flights wasn't, the job wasn't trying to mess with me on the time, and then the flights wasn't aligning. And then the same thing with last week. I got to go wild pass, but the flight I wanted, I don't know, it didn't book for some reason. So I had to book it a different way. I ain't paying for a price. I ain't paying for a price no more. So if I can't pay my discount pay, it won't happen that day. No. Uh-uh.
Man, off the top, I'm thinking about what's been going on. Of course, we got to shout out Mondays with Makita. Of course, you guys have been showing up on TikTok with some really good discussions and things like that. So if you want to catch the show Mondays with Makita on TikTok, you can go to her TikTok, Sugar Bolly, SUGABOLLY. All right. And she 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, Chicago time, 5 o'clock here in the A, for people who wants to check out Mondays with Makita. Mondays with Makita is real laid back. It's more like in depth, like group discussion, which I am feeling because today, of course, I co-host with her. So today we were talking about 420, right, and the uses of the marijuana.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
what's up.
yeah, so it was cool. We had some people come on there talk about all that stuff. We got to watch these people that like to, get high till they go to sleep.
Mm.
And that person is definitely watching who I'm talking about that was up there talking about that, you know.
Smoking that indica. Put you in the couch. And the couch is where you going.
um Off the top, Israel, well, the NBA playoffs just started, first round. We got some contenders that's going on right now, so that's what's up. She laughing at her in the comment section. Yeah, I knew she was watching. All right,
Mm.
so so you got some basketball coming at you. I haven't been really in depth with who's playing who right now. I don't have the brackets. I just know that the playoffs just started, and right now I don't have a favorite of who's going to win it all this year. Have you been catching up on any basketball? While it's at the end
Not
of
at all. Nah, I just put
you got
my TV up yesterday.
baseball just started. Of course, they got a long season. They don't end until October. That's when their
It's crazy.
championship.
I'm so surprised why it's so long though. You know, baseball
Well,
be
but
so
I
crazy,
think they
and the
need to
game
chop
itself is
some of them.
long,
Yeah,
huh?
they need to chop some of them games for sure.
Yeah, man. 90 seasons and then 7 days in a row, and man, it
Well,
ain't even an
it's not
exciting
as
game for it to be that many seasons.
it's not that athletic. I think that's what it is because it's like, they don't do as much running as football, as much, contact as football, as much, running around like basketball. So, their games is a lot. They can just sit there at a plate and just hit the ball and jog to a base or something like that. They
Yeah,
run, of course. I'm not saying that they're lazy or anything like that, but it's not as to me. And I don't know if anybody gonna get on me about this, but I don't think baseball is that athletic. People that's they have to do a lot of strenuous body
you just
things.
got to
So
be fit, really.
yeah,
But I don't go to the game to watch the game of baseball. You go there for the other things, the drinking, the you go there to drink, to chill, to talk. It's almost like golf. You don't go to the golf really to play. You do
yeah.
if you know how to play. That's a bet. But you go golf. Business is handled on the golf course. That's what they say. The businessman.
Mm,
I ain't made my way there yet, but I don't go to the games to watch the game for real.
yeah.
It's cool, but you're really walking around, you eating, you meeting people and seeing other stuff. And when they do hit the ball, cool. That's what's up. But me personally,
Yeah.
I don't really watch the game. I do, but I don't.
And then what else? Of course, we touched on of course, Angel Reese last week or the week before last getting traded to Atlanta. So they got their season coming up this summer. A lot of sports stuff that's coming up, family, but I'm gonna definitely get back in tune to see who's playing who. I did watch some WrestleMania this weekend. I did do that.
That's what's up.
I do watch wrestling. I love me a little bit of wrestling every now and then. So, for the people who watch wrestling, tune in, say something. You can definitely email me. We can talk about that. But off the top, let's get into one of the topics that I did not actually put for the show notes today. And that is did you know that the FBI director, Cash Patel, um he is suing one of the articles, Atlantic Publishing or something. Um he's suing them for defamation of character because they wrote an article that said he's a drunk and that he drinks a lot and he's belligerent at work. He doesn't know what he's doing. He blacks out. Um, and he's unfit to be, the FBI director. Now I
Hmm.
looked at this and I said, "Are you serious?" So, yeah, Israel. So because of that, he's now suing that publication. And they chief basically, when they got asked about this, about the lawsuit, they said, "Well, we have nothing to. I'm a very good you know uh reporter, and I've even asked the White House to comment on things, and so just like he got lawyers, we got lawyers too. So it sounds like she's standing on business. She know what she talking about. So what you think about this whole little situation off the top?
You can do what you do, but you just gotta do it decently and in order. Now, if it's
Mm,
messing up your job and things of that nature, like you gotta put a grip on it. You gotta get a hand on it.
yeah. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, that is a stressful job. Not saying that I'm giving this man any type of excuses to have, but I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is it really that bad that he's drunk? Who cares? I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know. It's
mean,
like
some
you
people might
do it
say that.
just don't
Some
let
people
it
might
be in the
say,
way of work. Like you gotta govern yourself accordingly. But
yeah,
if people noticing this, then obviously if there's a pocket, you out of it. So like
yeah,
my functional smokers, they could smoke and be functional and productive.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good smokers. But those that smoke and then you go in the couch and you fall asleep and then you counterproductive, you not productive at all. You don't need to be
Mm.
doing that when you need to do work. You know,
Exactly. You hear that? You hear that? I
horrible,
want the
horrible.
people who listening, y'all need to understand. Don't just be smoking till you pass out. That means you just, you ain't functioning. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be doing stuff like that on the regular. Cause I know some people like to do that. Cough, cough. That's listening right now. So they shouldn't be doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, Cash Patel, I really want to know if this man really a drunk for real. So I
Mhm.
don't want him to lose his job,
That's
but
my
because it's like
happy hour.
I mean, it is crazy though. You got an FBI director who's supposed to be in charge of all of the real and federal investigations, all of the stuff that's it's going crazy in 2026 and in the 2025 of what's going on with the Epstein files, what's going on with all of the stuff that's going on, like the Department of Justice, Congress, all of this stuff. Y'all supposed to be there to be in charge and in full of these investigations. I wonder, now that I'm thinking about this and saying this out loud, Israel, I wonder, is he drinking because of so much stress and trying to actually prosecute the right people? Or maybe he's told not to prosecute certain people.
He probably ain't got no discipline. That's what it
Hmm.
is. He ain't got the discipline not to drink on the job.
Yeah.
Who knows? It
Well,
could be.
it could be that. Well, speaking of no discipline, family, we got our first story today. And the first story is coming for us from the singer. Remember the singer David? And the whole investigation on him that he had to cancel his tour, fly all the way back to the States because of his missing girlfriend that they found in the back of a Tesla that was registered to him.
What is the
Well, we have
song?
an update on that case, family.
Because I don't remember.
Um, you gotta probably look at it
What's this dude
on
name?
line. Um, David D4, the number 4, VID. Okay, so the story is David, the 21-year-old singer whose real name is David Anthony Burke, was arrested last week in connection with the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. He has pled not guilty and his lawyers vowed to fight the allegations. Prosecutors filed charges of first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse, SA, and mutilation of human remains. Prosecutors are seeking 3 enhancements to the murder charge: lying in wait, financial gain, and murdering a witness to an investigation. The district attorney alleged that Burke unalived Celeste in an effort to maintain his career, and that Celeste was a witness to the lewd and lascivious sexual acts alleged alleging being levied against the singer. The criminal complaint in the case alleged that the SA of Celeste occurred on and between September 7th of 2023 and September 7th of 2024, while the defendant resided with and reoccurring access to the child. Celeste would have turned 13 on September 7th of 2023. The special circumstances mean Burke may face life in prison and the potential of the death penalty. In court Monday, he entered the plea of not guilty, and a judge ordered that he be held without bail.
That's crazy.
With that story being told, Israel, what you think about this? Because we definitely started this whole situation with David and his ex-girlfriend. We definitely reported on the beginning of it. Now they finally, we hoped that it was somebody else trying to frame him or something, but we didn't rule out that it might have been him. Now that they're saying that he's been charged and now they're going to play it out in court. What do you think about this whole situation?
How old was he when it happened? You said the
Um
girl would have been 13. So
on the on in 2023. So now 2026, she would have been turning 15, 16 this year.
so they some why that's probably why I don't really know him. Like I don't know. The
He's a
situation.
younger singer.
Yeah, he ain't I don't know who he is, but the situation crazy. And yeah, we gonna see how it play out. Cause I don't know at this point. It's just a lot of crazy stuff. It sounded like he was doing some stuff with the Illuminati or something for what they say, and all this other stuff. That's what it sounded like. But who
He ended
knows?
up getting caught.
Yeah, he got caught. He probably violated some rules or something. I don't know.
I I remember the story when we first talked about this last season, or was it last season when it first came out? Maybe, I'm not sure, but I remember us talking about this, and it was crazy because it was like it sounded like a scary movie. They talking about some music was playing first. It got towed because it was just sitting in a random spot. Then it got
Okay.
to the tow yard, and like they smelled some foul odor, and that's how the police came involved because they said it was a body in there, and he
Yeah,
was
that's why.
already overseas on tour. They made him fly back to California to see what was going on while they did the investigation. And supposedly they're saying that allegedly they're saying that he did it because he was already doing some craziness and she was a witness to it and she was gonna tell on him.
Oh wow.
Um
That's why you got to do the crazy stuff by yourself, man.
Israel.
I know,
when,
but
when I hear when I hear this story, I just think to myself, we gotta do better as a community because why is it that this has to come about? Like, we got another story coming up, family, about what's entitled of this episode. But why is it that, man, you hear somebody famous or doing something, getting a lot of money, you hear a body might be attached to it? That's crazy to me.
yeah,
It's
that's crazy.
always something, it's always a body or something attached to somebody that is a millionaire or billionaire or something, which I think is ludicrous. I don't Do you really have to end people for you to be successful? I don't know who told that young man that, but if he is found guilty, they ready to get rid of him.
Yeah, they ready. They ready to get rid of him. Like seem like ASAP.
So, I mean, he did. He made them do their job. Maybe that's what it is. When you make the police work, they be in their feelings to live.
Oh yeah, she's like, dang it, we got to figure this out. We got to play detective for real.
That was crazy. But what else is crazy, and which I think is like now this holy war that they got going on with Israel and Iran and now the United States. I'm thinking to myself, all right, can we get this over with? But now your boy Trump doing more extra stuff. Now he beefing with the Pope.
Beefing with the Pope is crazy. I ain't heard about this.
You ain't heard about this? All right,
Nah.
man. Let's check out the news video of um Trump beefing with Pope, how they break this thing down. I think it's crazy that each time we hear about Trump, he is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. He's he's really amazing me at the stuff that he constantly is doing. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen this before. A president beefing with the Pope is new.
He ain't got no respect
It's
for nobody.
insane. That man got that YN energy, as you say. So let's
Boy,
just hear what they got to say real quick. Because I definitely want to hear this.
Morning, a joyous reception for Pope Leo in Angola, the third country on his African trip. An 11-day journey where Leo has described himself as a pilgrim of peace.
The masters of war pretend not to know that it takes only a moment to destroy. Yet often, a life is often not enough to rebuild.
Now, Leo explaining that not everything the first American Pope says on this trip is directed at the American president.
The talk that I gave at the prayer meeting for peace a couple of days ago was prepared 2 weeks ago. It was looked at as if I was trying to debate again the president, which is not in my interest at all.
The trip is overshadowed by the most unusual war of words about the Pope's peace message, ignited by President Trump last week.
Pope Leo said things that are wrong. I think he's very weak on crime and other things.
Leo did not back down.
I have no fear of neither the Trump administration nor speaking out loudly about the message of the gospel.
As the president continued to double down.
I have a right to disagree with the Pope.
The criticism unusual. Christopher White is the author of a book on Leo and a veteran of multiple papal.
Yeah, so they going back and forth. I don't know what Trump on. How you beefing with the Pope? You know what? I think this is. I think he beefing with the Pope because he's from Chicago. You muted. What you say?
I said the Pope from Chicago.
Yeah, the Pope from Chicago.
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
we
like
reported on it. He had one over there.
Yeah.
They said that's
Trump
why the Bears was good this year, because the Pope. Yeah, so you hear what's going on, Israel. You see that Trump is talking about, oh yeah, the Pope is soft on crime. That's not his job anyway. So he's talking to the Pope like he one of them political figures or something, that he in politics. Pope ain't in no politics. His job is all spiritual. So what you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. See, the Pope, he should take a page out of 50 Cent's book and just don't respond to some people. Some people just don't need a response.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't even know. Man, like I say, this holy war is getting crazy and crazier. So a little bit more background about this situation is they keep saying that this is something like in the end of days that they talk about when it comes to the Antichrist, a man who's is just blatantly disrespecting all spirituality. He already took out the Anatolia, which was a spiritual leader in Iran when they bombed them over there. He is supposedly, like I say, this war with the so-called holy city, is ongoing, and they're trying to say like this is what it is. Trump is the Antichrist. This is why he's doing these type of things. This is why he's doing stuff that's unheard of. I've never heard a president beef with the Pope. This is the first time I ever seen or heard anything like this. So what do you think about that? Do you think about how do you see this? Because remember, I did say on here, this is a holy war. People, if you're really trying to really look with your third eye, look even deeper about what's going on. This isn't about oil. It's just the surface of this conversation. It's just the surface of, what's really going on in our world. So what do you think about that?
I think he's trying to stay relevant and maybe have other things to talk about besides Epstein files. And It's like he just saying stuff, picking fights and trying to make a name for himself in history. Because this technically his last his last year, ain't it? When the next time
No,
we got
we 2028, bro. We still got to
28?
deal with this man.
Well, he got like 2 years. So he trying to make a name, in history, trying to stamp it. So
You
you
don't
know,
feel like he already did that, bro? You don't
he's
feel
still
like he
doing it.
already?
You got 2 years. You got to keep doing stuff. And right
Okay.
now he's just doing stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is, like you said, this is also another distraction from the Epstein situation.
right.
To continue to put our eyes on something else while he's doing something else. And we're not falling for it. Everybody's paying attention pretty much of what is really going on when it comes to Trump and his shenanigans. Israel, what do you think about, him being impeached? Do you think that they're going to actually allow that if they're trying to push that narrative? Because remember, they tried to impeach him last time. Think they'll try it again this year, this time?
Maybe if he come up in the Epstein files and stuff, keep coming up
Well,
or whatever.
well, we know he did already. He scrubbed it.
I don't know. They'll probably come up with something, but I don't mean it's gonna happen again. Keep trying it too.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I don't know what they talking about. They got a lot of stuff going on, and Trump with this stunt here. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, can he just? Can he go? Can we go a week without talking about Trump? He's doing something every day.
Too busy.
He's making the news every day, and it's making me so mad. I'm like, I don't want to talk about you, bro. Leave us alone. You're forcing us to talk about your shenanigans. You're beefing with the Pope is news. It's history because nobody ever done that. And like I say, I think he's doing it because he's from Chicago. You know how you feel about Chicago. He been
Yeah,
trying.
Trump up in Chicago.
Yeah, he been trying to put ICE in Chicago so bad, trying to get them to take the National Guard, take them out, but so-called the crime rate is so bad. I be in and out of Chicago so much, I don't even think it is no more. I think it's still, every place got its own thing, but I think, it's a little dangerous, but not
Right.
as dangerous as it used to be. All right. Speaking of dangerous, speaking of just Chicago period of like stuff that's unheard of, or this next situation caught my attention, bro, and I said we have to talk about this. And basically, I don't know if you heard, Israel, it was this influencer who on her 31st birthday was unalived on a birthday trip by her fiance.
I don't know. There's been so many women dying on trips at this point. This girl, and there was another girl that went out with her friends on her birthday and then left with a dude, and then she died. And I don't know. At this point, women need to stop traveling. Let's get on with the story. Let's get on.
Okay, let's get on with the story then, bro. All right. Her name was Ashley Janae. From that was her name online. Her birth name, Ashley Robinson, was born on April 5th, 1995 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She passed away 4 days after her 31st birthday on April 9th of 2026. Under circumstances that remained under active investigation by authorities in Zanzibar, Tanzania. Goodness gracious. Her family was publicly called her passing suspicious, and growing chorus of voices online is making sure that the world does not look away. Her content centered on, like I said, she was on online influencer. Her content centered around luxury travel, elevated fashion, home decor, and date nights. She showcased the kind of intentional living that resonated with Black women who are often told they must grind before they can rest. On April 3rd of 2026, one of her final and most celebratory posts is when her fiance Joe McCann got down on one knee during a safari in Tanzania. She said yes. Ashley and her fiance Joe McCann, the founder of a cryptocurrency investment firm, Asymmetric Financial, traveled to Tanzania on what has seemed to be a dream birthday trip. Now, according to the Zanzibar police, the couple checked in to the Zuri Zanzibar on April 6th. On the night of April 8th, other hotel guests alerted the staff to what officials described as a romantic conflict. Hotel staff separated McCann and Robinson, moving McCann to a different villa approximately 8 to 10 minutes away from each other on foot. Ashley Robinson was found unresponsive in her room roughly 2 to 3 hours later. She was transported to a hospital and pronounced dead on April 9th of 2026. A second hospital listed her death as a cerebral hypoxia, I don't know how to say that, caused by strangulation and suffocation. No official autopsy results have been publicly released as of time of publication, but McCann's passport has been confiscated by the Tanzanian authorities, and he is currently being questioned as a witness, though he has not been charged of any crime.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is insane.
Man, black women need to stop traveling by themselves at this point, and with people who are jealous of them also, because this is probably like the third story I done heard of a black woman going on a trip and not coming back alive.
Yeah.
Crazy work.
Yeah. My thoughts on this. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
Okay, you was done, or did you want me to go?
Oh, go ahead.
All right, so this might be a little lengthy. This might be one of my rants. All right. Black women, I understand where we at today in 2026. There is a divide and there is a hatred that needs to be fixed between the black woman and the black man. So I understand the interracial dating that's happening. It's at an all-time high. There are black people everywhere in America, and there are also white people everywhere in America. There are also white people there are also towns that are majority white. There are a sprinkle of black people in it. And I understand that because of what's around you, that's what you're going to date. So I'm not talking to those people. Those people, I understand you're going to date a white person because your whole city might be predominantly white. For the women who are choosing to leave the brothers to go to these white men, I want you all to do a deep dive and see their mental background. Because I believe we still in the bed wench syndrome, which means, and I'm not calling black women bed wenches. I want you all to understand where I'm coming from. There is still a psychology out here, a mindset that the white man is your savior. And there are some black women, because they are tired of the disrespect. They're tired of whatever black situation that they're having with their black men, that they want to go to the white man for them to save them. But they're not doing the thorough checking. They're looking at the success of the finances. They're looking at the capitalism. Capitalism has took over the minds of everybody in the United States of America. No, money isn't everything, but money does help, right? So I understand what financial freedom can do for certain people. But if it's your safety, if you never seen that man angry, if you never understood that a multi-millionaire that's in charge of a cryptocurrency firm might one day snap and take you out of here, I want you to evaluate the men that you want to go and be with. Black woman, this is a wake-up call. And I know I might get this episode might get some backlash when it comes to the women. They might come at me, but I'm going to stand firm because I want you all to understand, you got to watch these people. You are not grown up with them. You don't know his real genetic makeup. Some of these white men are savages. Some of these white men have fetishes of black women. You are a sex thing to him. Some cases, not all. I'm gonna be real. Some white men and black women have had a great relationship together. They didn't have children, all that, yada yada yada. Cool. So I know that there's two sides to the coin. Some things are good, and in this case, we are talking about the bad. I want black women to be careful. She was an influencer. She was in Drake's, she was one of the models in Drake's video back in 2022. She fashioned soft life, modeling, doing all of these things, showing the world, hey, this is what you can do if you put your mind to it, right? Cool. On your 31st birthday, y'all go to Africa. He proposed to you, but now you're not coming home. And now your parents don't know what happened because they didn't get the phone call that something happened to you until 11 hours after it happened to you. To her, I'm sorry. So I have a big issue with this because it seems like white man saved me from the black man is the reason why they think white men can, that like him, like Joe McCann thinks he can do this type of thing and get away with it. And oh, well, he wasn't charged. Who else did it? They just said that the hotel staff had to separate. It was a romantic conflict that made you have to get out of one villa, one room together, and made y'all separate.
There got to be more to the story. Like, what was the conflict? Why? What was it about? There's so many questions that go unanswered.
It got to be bad enough for him to strangle her to death, bro.
She probably spent too much money on a car. You never know.
Israel, you be taking me out with some of your responses, bro. What do you mean, bro?
Who knows, man?
That's not enough to strangle somebody.
This is a great ring, but I maybe wanted this ring that was a diamond and it was pear shaped or something, and he just snapped because he feel like it ain't good enough. That stuff be happening all the time.
I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. And I'm pretty sure she probably just got there. This is social media. He probably had a lot of money. My thing is
appreciate it. And she said something where he didn't feel appreciated and he just snapped.
I don't think that's okay. I don't give a damn. I don't think that's okay. You done took this black woman across seas just to kill her and unalive her in Africa.
Yeah, it's wild stuff. That's just
And
like
then
the
you
other,
didn't even tell you didn't even call her parent. You didn't even call her family
the decency.
until 11 hours after. And then you tried to leave. They had to confiscate your passport.
That's messed up.
So I don't care what he got mad about. It shouldn't have been mad. It shouldn't have been just like they'll. Oh, I like that I'm saying this. Just like how they will want a black man to control himself. They talking about how angry a black man. Oh, the black man is angry. The black man is this, that, and the other. The black man, the black man, the black man. But ain't nobody gonna sit up here and give and tell this man to take accountability for him offing a black woman because of his anger.
Right.
You choked her to death, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No arrest, no charges have been filed, but there's still under investigation. The staff, the people said that they were arguing. The staff had to take them out of one room and put them into two separate rooms. And then you tried to say that she committed suicide. Are we being for real? So I am this is one of them times where I'm very upset at a situation like this. She said on her 31st birthday, she said after she took the picture and the video of him proposing and all that stuff, she said, chapter 31, I'm exactly where I want to be. She say she exactly where she want to be. So Israel, where the issue at? Where was she being ungrateful at then? If she say that's where she want to be at.
I don't know. There's more to the story we don't know. Like the reason for the conflict. That's the biggest. Like why?
That's not. I don't give a damn. That is not the biggest part of the reason you killed the innocent.
You still want to know why she died.
Okay, so So let's say somebody slapped you.
I don't know. That's just me. I
Hold on, wait. I got a question. Let's say somebody slapped you, Israel, and then no, I'm sorry. You slapped somebody. They killed you. When you want your family to be on their ass for killing you over a slap?
I want them to
laugh,
know the whole story. Yes, and the whole story. Like what led to this?
Okay.
You don't want to know what led to this. You just know he got killed. You don't want to know why. That's like if they was to hear a story about me. Oh, how? What? Who? You want to know the whole everything? Like where was he at? What are you doing over here? Who was he at? Why was he by himself? You ain't trying to figure. Oh, you just know he got killed, but you don't. I could have been trying to stay somebody up and take their Bentley or something, and then it's justified.
If she posted online, her last post was I'm exactly where I want to be. They say people at the hotel say they had a romantic conflict that had to get them out of one room
what is a
and put them into two
conflict. That's the crazy. Like, what is a romantic conflict?
They probably want to say they was arguing with each other. Or if you want to say they were fighting, they got separated. So that means you went back to her room to finish her off.
Probably so.
Where the security footage? That's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Because I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, the romantic conflict, let's say it was a domestic situation. They got into it. They got separated. You got into it, but you got separated. So now she in her own room, you in your own room. Now you go back to her room. She was alive already because y'all got separated.
Right.
Why right then and there, if it was bad, why they didn't just right there stop? As soon as they got separated, they was in their own room. Everybody's still alive at this point. Why now? Okay, phone call. Hey, look, engagement's off. We ain't doing this no more. None of that. Well, give me the ring back. No, I don't want to give you the ring back. That angers you enough to go over to her room to choke her to death? Okay, she ain't want to give you the ring back. Cool. Y'all figure it out when y'all get back to the United States. Y'all separated. You ain't. There's no touching. You are in two separate rooms. How did you go? How did she end up dead, unalived in her room? Talking about she committed suicide. No. I want the security footage from the villa.
Yeah. That would be the
I want to know what time he walked over there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Can we get that? I need to know what time he walked over there to when they went in there and found her body. Because if you got into a domestic situation or a so-called romantic conflict, and then you got separated from that conflict, it's over. It's over. You hyped yourself up enough again to now go back to another conflict. That's what I'm looking at, bro.
Right. That makes sense.
So yeah, well, I myself is gonna keep a close eye on this situation. Ladies, like I said, black women, y'all are picking. I'm not gonna police who should be with who. But if you feel like you want to be with a white man because you're tired of black men, at least pick the ones that got some sense. Not the ones that's wilding out on you. Not the ones that's making you their sex slave because they have a fetish of black women, because that's happening. There are white men out here wifing black women to make them do all types of sexual acts. This is so true and so documented. You can look this stuff up, the statistics. These people have kinks. Just like the white woman and the black man. Just like Dr. Umar and these snow bunnies. As Israel like to say. We gotta there has to be a more deep dive and investigative energy that needs to be taught and shown when it comes to these type of topics, because I can't sit here and say, you know what, maybe it was it was something that probably happened and she couldn't take no more and she just was out of it. No, he didn't even call how you ain't gonna call the parent and until 11 hours after the situation happened, until you found out she was gone. And then they not even letting you go, buddy boy.
Yeah, common sense ain't so common these days.
Whew. I was a little heated about that one. I was a little passionate. That one is it kind of got me going a little bit. I'm trying to calm down now. All right. Family. Well, let's do it for our topics today. But you know what's next? One of our favorite segments, and that is Ask the Pharaohs. And we got a question here. And this question, Israel, comes from one of our listeners. And she asks, why do you think people try and deflect their pain? I'm gonna go first because I got thoughts from the Pharaohs. So. And I believe, well, it's easier said than done when it comes to healing, right? And when it comes to pain, people are, I want to say, they try to numb themselves. They try to look away from the pain instead of healing it. And I think why they deflecting the pain, it's because they're hoping that it goes away. And a lot of things don't go away if you just leave it unattended. So when it comes to actually, healing yourself, you have to take time out to do it. You have to take time out to figure it out. You have to take time out to fix it. And I think that's why people, you know, are afraid or are deflecting from pain, because healing is hard. It's not easy. It's a difficult task.
Yeah, I think people deflect their pain to take the attention off of them, and it's like easier to deflect because when you don't, I guess it's like some people feel like they're getting criticized. And then when you're getting criticized, some people don't take criticism, constructive criticism, they don't take it well. And then people don't like dealing with their demons, dealing with the pain, because then they got to focus and they got to figure out where it all stems from. So it's easier to be like, oh, I'm fine, I know, deflect it off to something else. And then, don't have to worry about it because you got to talk about it. The more you talk, the deeper it hurts because you're getting to the core. But I don't know. That's probably why, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, people be tripping. People be tripping. All right, family. Next segment is thoughts from the Pharaoh. And how thoughts from the Pharaoh go? Well, each week, Israel and I will take turns going back and forth and giving you our thoughts of that week. And it could be a rant, it could be a Bible scripture, and it could also be encouragement. And this week it's my turn for thoughts for the Pharaoh. So let me take it away. All right, family. And my thought this week is short but sweet, but I want to let you know that even though we are living in such unparalleled times, you can make it. Okay. And no, I don't want you to give up. No, I don't want you to think that it's okay to give up either, because giving up is something that once you do, it's over. You can't redo. You know what I'm saying? Some people get a second chance in life. You might pass away, and then, God gives you the ability to draw breath again through the help of however means it is, right? But don't rely on always a second chance, because you might not get one. And so I want people to get out of survival mode, because survival mode is the death of Black culture. Just like in that story we just talked about when it comes to Ashley Janae. She wanted to be out of survival mode. She felt like she got a partner. She had got a partner who would continuously help her and bless her life as she went forward. But she ended up in a different way. What I'm saying is, let us not make decisions because we are in survival mode. You can make it. You will make it. Don't give up. Get out of survival mode. But don't do it as a way that it will jeopardize your integrity. It jeopardizes your safety, and it jeopardizes your health. Don't be stuck in survival mode. Get out of survival mode. And that's my thought for this week.
That's what's up.
Yep. Whew. Man, I'm still heated about that situation, bro. I know I'm gonna talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Other than today being 420, everybody, getting high all the time. High, every day.
I don't know. I got better things to do with my time. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else. Just I don't know. It's just a busy month. People act like once the weather start getting good, everybody got to do things in April. I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, that's all I got. That's a good thought.
Well, did you make it? Oh no, you went straight to the ball. You ain't make it to church, right?
Nah, I ain't make it to church. It wasn't lining up. I couldn't get the early flight for some reason, so I got the later flight. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Understood. I'm about to see what's going on this week with me. I'm probably gonna grind a little bit because I did take a day off, which I shouldn't have. But yeah, I'm gonna be grinding this week, and then this weekend grinding still probably. Yeah, it's the almost the end of man. It's almost the end of April. This year is flying.
This is crazy, man. I gotta get my life
This
together.
this year is flying. It's going crazy.
Need to slow down, man. I gotta get my life together.
Man.
Man.
Man. All right, family. Well, I don't think anything else. I'm trying to think. Is there anything I missed that I was going to say, but I didn't hold? I held out to say. Don't think so. Family, we're going to see you next time. Thank you for joining us on episode 82 of the Pharaohs podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and you can follow me, on Facebook at Solomon Walker. You can find me on Instagram at CJ Walker 103. And if you want to get your book published, you want to get some, get to the money on, have your legacy out there from when you go, you know what I'm saying? You can email me at cwalker1582 at gmail.com. Thank you for the people. I just got a text message from Amazon. That lovely email of some royalties is coming. So I thank you for the people who are purchasing my book still. This is forever money. You want some forever money, you need to create with your hands now. That's a whole sermon right there. Your blessed hands, what you gonna do with your hands? All right. You can also find me at the Pharaohs podcast at gmail.com. Israel, where can people find you?
Man, y'all can find me at JonathanJohnson621.com. You can find me at JohnATL621 at gmail.com. You can also find me at the Pharaohs podcast at gmail.com. Send us your questions, comments, concerns. And yeah, until then, we'll see you the next time. See you again.
For sure. And guess what, family? If you can't join us on a Monday, every Tuesday, we on Spotify. Just for the audio version, if you just want to listen to us while you're working out, or maybe you're driving and you can't sit there and watch. Of course, you can't watch the TV and watch the road. So if you want to listen to us, through your speakers, through your radio, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us on Spotify. All right, family. I have a is it disrespectful, but guess what? We're gonna save it for next week. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna save it for next week.
Yeah.
All right, family. Peace.
Peace up. A-Town down.